guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. This is going to be a weekly love reading. This can resonate with your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign, so please check out the other available videos on the channel so you get a fuller, more complete picture as what potentially could be happening for your love life in this week. Now, I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind. So please use your own discernment and flip the roles to however this best fits with your situation. But please do not make the story fit, as it were. Now, if the reading resonates or parts of the message resonate, then that's awesome. If it doesn't resonate, it's simply not your message, okay, guys? So let's find out what's happening for love for you all for this week for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus sign, please. Angels of love and light, will you please be here and guide us to clear, concise messages for Sagittarius, please? Thank you. Sagittarius. Ooh. Okay. So we saw the star energy, Aquarius. In reverse though, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Ooh, okay. So we have Leo energy here with the Strength card. Five of Wands upright. Okay, Three of Cups in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. Sagittarius, please. Page of Swords. And take one more, please. For Sagittarius. Page of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck. Four of Swords in reverse. Okay. Oh, right, okay. So we have strong Leo here on the table and fire energy. Aries, Sagittarius. We have water here as well. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And we have air here as well. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that either you or your love interest have made a decision. They've made a decision, or you've made a decision. However this resonates. What I'm feeling is that your love interest potentially could have been dealing with a third party situation of sorts. Could have been potentially karmic partners, as in love relationships, as in, you know, relationships based more on superficiality, lust, you know, physical attraction, that type of thing. And I feel like your person has decided that they are not getting the emotional fulfillment out of this particular situation anymore, and they're deciding to not give their feelings away to these other people. They're turning their back on these people, and they're wanting to offer love, something that is going to be substantial into their future. And I feel like someone has needed to take time to heal, but also have the courage to break free of these particular potentially shallow relationships I'm getting. There could have been a lot of people trying to fight for your person's attention here with the Five of Wands, like competing for your person's affection. Potentially they could be a bit of a looker, and your person could have had, you know, a pick of the bunch, as it were. These relationships with these people that they were dealing with was most likely unrequited. It was unrequited love, and more like in the sense of like a lot of seduction and conquests, as it were, not necessarily anything long term. And I feel like this person has got an eye on you. They're turning their back on giving to these other people, these other situations, and they're looking at you, and they are gathering the courage to, I'm getting fix their life, bring stability into their life. Their emotions could be all over the place as of right now, and they've been dealing with potentially multiple options, and with these type of like superficial relationships, these one night stands, all of that type of thing, you kind of get mixed in with, when you sleep with a load of people, all these particular soul ties, and it's trying to distinguish between why do you feel a particular way, and it could be that they're carrying on with all these people's kind of emotional baggage, as it were, because they've connected with people in that particular way, and this person's needing to kind of sever ties from all of that. And I feel like this person's made the decision to do that, but they're just still trying to overcome these particular obstacles in order to fully heal. They're making some serious changes in their life. They really are. And potentially they've dealt with, I'm getting a lot of karma, maybe bad karma. Things haven't necessarily moved forward in the way that they want to. Like there's been a bit of stagnancy until this person actually takes the time to kind of go within and heal themselves. This person has had a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of drama and chaos, most likely because they have potentially been putting it about, especially here with this King of Wands energy in reverse with the Emperor in reverse. This person may have had deep feelings for you and, kind of yearned for a two-way love, maybe to be a husband, to have a spouse, however this resonates, and to have the long-term home and the security and a loyal relationship. But they may have got themselves mixed up with a lot of other people who were not very a positive influence in their life. And they've realised that they actually just genuinely want peace. And this has really kind of knocked at their confidence by being in these other particular types of relationships. I feel like this person may have been fooling themselves for quite some time, that they thought that was what was making them happy, but it realising that it wasn't. Because it's interesting to me that we have the Five of Swords here in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Swords in reverse. Now these are all to do with the mind, to do with thoughts, etc. And 9 take away 4 is 5, and then we've got the 5 on one side and then the culmination of 5 here as well. So there's major changes happening, and your person may have been in a lot of negativity, a lot of drama, and it's causing them stress, and they're realizing that they don't want that anymore. And if they were to get themselves out of it, they need to make particular changes, and they're doing that. And they're focusing more on their own healing. Potentially they may have retreated from you and spent more time with these other particular people, rather than necessarily working on anything with you. But they want to recover the relationship with you because they don't like how they've been feeling with what's going on around them with this other situation. They definitely feel like they're not as confident when it comes to you, in the sense of whether you would actually move on forward in a connection with them with proper stability because of their particular ways previously. Because all they want to do is move towards you, but look at that, I can't even make it up. Because they may have been a bit of a player previously, or a bit of a flake, or had commitment issues, etc. Or was just one of those people that needed to have their ego stroked and, couldn't deal with just having, one person. They potentially needed to have lots of potential other partners around them, or people showing of interest to them to make themselves feel better. And this caused a load of confusion with whoever they were dealing with, but also with themselves and also with you. So then therefore they couldn't move on forward in a loving way or bring some sort of commitment, because they most likely were hurt from previous relationships, and they repressed these particular feelings that they've had, and they haven't been very clear about the toxicities that most likely has been surrounding them. Your person definitely wants to move on forward, but potentially they may feel that you may not take them seriously and that you want to give up on the connection with them. Could be dealing with a Gemini, could be dealing with a Capricorn, an Aries. We had fire there strongly. You may have just decided, look, I've given up on the idea of having a connection with this person, because the trust may have gone between the two of you, because they may have been unfaithful or just codependent on these other particular addictions that they may have had to do with being with all these other people, and may have tried to keep it secret from you, and therefore you've just decided, look, you know, if you can't be open and honest with me and tell me the truth and express what's actually been going on in your mind, and you're carrying on to being emotionally immature and acting like a child, then I don't know if I really want to have much involved with your particular much involved with you. Like, I don't think I really want to invest this, because I've been hurt and it's really upset me, and now I'm stepping up in my own power. So regardless of whether you want to come back to me or not, if you're coming back to me and bringing in a load of drama and chaos, then I'm not so sure I want to move this forward with you. And this could really shock your person, because they would like to have something more substantial with you and show you these deep feelings that they have, but they've not given off the impression that they have been interested. Maybe they never even communicated to you that they were interested. They probably were in love with you, or had very strong feelings for you, and they never made a move. So they just kind of stayed away and just looked at you from afar and tried to get you to kind of compete, like survival of the fittest, I'm getting, for their attention, for their affection. And you may have just made the decision going, well, no thanks. Where does that leave me? That leaves me with an empty cup, and just for the sake of trying to stroke your ego, I don't really feel like that's something that's going to work out mutually for the both of us. So they may have even potentially have lied to you about these other connections that they may have been in. Just said, oh, you know, what have you. But they were emotionally unfulfilled. Here with the Ten of Cups in reverse, dealing with all of this. What they genuinely wanted was the Ten of Pentacles upright with the King of Cups. And they want the Ten of Cups upright and someone that they can trust and work together with. But what did they get? People that lied and deceived them because of their ego. They got other people that they were dealing with who weren't necessarily giving equally to them either, and couldn't be bothered to make the effort with them. And potentially they may have realised, well, actually this is not really giving me the fulfilment that I was hoping for in my life, and they may have got some really bad karma and it's coming round to them, and potentially they're now having to surrender and just accept what's going through in their life, while you're kind of charging on, moving on forward, and they're having to deal with some sort of imbalances in their life in one way or another, however this potentially could resonate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal from the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards and see what we can get here for you guys for Sagittarius. But they will eventually want to come forward towards you to feel brave enough, feel strong enough. I'm getting that kind of like tail between their legs type of thing, to say to you and express their truth that they've made a decision, and their decision is that they want something more with you, and they want to put all this other kind of stuff in the past. But you may be a little bit unsure, because if they're sitting here in page energy, you know, the page is like children, so they could have children, or they've just dealt with a lot of very petty, immature people, and they themselves have been that way as well. And there may be a lot of jealousy with all these other people that they may have been dealing with, And they see if your person is going to be changing things around to come back to you, they're going to be envious, of course. Maybe they're going to try to spread rumours about your person, or put you in the kind of crosshairs, as it were, in the crossfire of a load of stuff that isn't true. A load of lies I'm getting. But they've been keeping these particular truths to themselves. They haven't been open and expressing what's actually been going on with them. And all you basically wanted them to do was to open up their heart and be a bit more emotionally available to you, even if it was just to be on a friendship basis, even if it was just to kind of start off slowly. But they didn't necessarily open themselves up. Yeah, and then there was this breakup here, and we're seeing that Gemini energy again with the Lovers in reverse. Let's go. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. Let's try again. That was my fault. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. This person's made the choice that they want to change their ways. They see that you're glowing, basically. You're growing up. You're becoming more confident. You've made certain decisions in your life. And you're going into a brand new phase with or without this person. But if they are to meet you and be on your level, then they've got some maturing to do. They need to grow up. Look, the Grim Reaper, the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Yeah, I was just saying about they needing to grow up and transform their life. That's what they need to do. This kind of, funny business of whatever they were doing previously hasn't necessarily been healthy, and it's not healthy. Obviously, there's no judgment here. You kind of do what you like, but potentially this is like Scorpio energy to me with this Grim Reaper, and we're in Scorpio season, so maybe for the rest of this kind of rest of November, potentially going into Sagittarius season, into your season, this person is closing out this old cycle, this old part of themselves, so that they can transition to be more open to changing, so they can come forward towards you. But you're not going to just deal with the imbalances in the connection and the disharmony. You're just not going to deal with it. Yeah, look at that. Talking and coughing. Interested, conversing more. Awaited message arrives, text, call, email. Endings, bring in new beginnings, growth, transition, change, liberation. Yeah, this person wants to tell you that they're going to change themselves so that they can transform, but then you may just stop it dead in its tracks. If it's all nice, it's all well and good, having the talk, but you need to put in the actions as well. Look at that. Hammer. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. They need to tell you that they're going to work on it, that this old part of themselves is gone. And going through this rebirth to ascend, to be able to meet you, because you're not going to tolerate anything less. Broke up the deck. We have butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. They need to evolve. They need to grow up. They need to change to be able to meet you on your level. They see that you've basically got to this point where you can kind of get through anything, and you're having a load of really great karma coming back for you with all the work that you've done, because you decided to put yourself first. But this person definitely wants to have a reconciliation. They want to reconcile with you. I feel called to take one more card, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh wow, there's loads of cards just fell on the floor, but I can't reach those, so we'll just carry on with these, what I've got here in my hand. What else is going on? Self-indulgence. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Yeah, they've got to do the work. They've been most likely in their shadow side dealing with these other situations, but that's got to come to an end. Look, Grim Reaper. Again. So unless they put in the work and take the time to heal themselves, these certain aspects of themselves, nobody is perfect. but it's like realizing that they don't have to be perfect for them to be with you, but they have to show that they're willing, and they have to put the action in, and potentially they may have not done that previously and they need to do that now, and learn from the past of whatever they've been through in these other situations before coming forward towards you. So let's look and see what the romance angels have for us for Sagittarius, please. But there will definitely be people around them who may be trying to stir up trouble in relation to rumours about you, and saying, you know, nasty things about you potentially. You know, trying to dirty your name, as it were, but you're just kind of staying away from it. You see the fact that this, I know this is the Strength card, I know this is Leo energy, but it's like, you see how this lady is here with this lion, and they've got their back to all of the mess that's going on behind them. They're not just paying any mind, and they're just focusing on healing themselves so that they can be able to sleep better at night. So they're not having to worry and be in stress here. But any suspicions that you may have had about whatever's been going on with your person, you will find out. Your person probably has a lot of anxiety now because they've realised that you may have found out particular things, and they're not sleeping very well, and then they'll have to come forward towards you and let you know of the truth of everything that's been going on. And that will take a lot of courage, I'm getting. So let's have a look and see what's going on. Wow, that's too many. I can't take all of that. What's going on for Sagittarius, please? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So yeah, this person is trying to be positive that things can work out between the two of you, but this most likely is you trying to be positive. That regardless of the feelings that you have, it's like, you know, taking actions on just working on yourself. Regardless of whether it's going to be with this person or someone else or what have you, stay optimistic that things are working out in your favour in relation to love, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. Heart-to-heart conversation, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yes, this person wants to have a heart-to-heart with you, but they need to be more in their heart space as of right now to be able to have this conversation. They may be just very logical about stuff at the moment, and maybe a little bit, what we were saying about being immature, maybe a bit petty. But this person, if they were to have anything with you, they need to be more serious in relation to your connection. And let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally. So it may not necessarily be ready as of right now, but they may have tried to control the relationship between the two of you by getting you to kind of fight for the affection, so that, you know, the ball was always in their court, as it were, when it came to relationships or situationships or third parties or friends with benefits or whatever you want to call it. Like, just trying to make sure that the ball was always in their court. Most likely because they didn't necessarily trust the other people that they were dealing with, because they didn't fully trust themselves with their own judgment, most likely. What's going on here for Sagittarius? Take one more, please. Thank you. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So yes, you've retreated your energy, taken yourself away, focused on yourself, and this person's needing to retreat from these other people to then be able to come forward towards you, but until they've healed themselves. And also, it's probably good that they have been staying in separation from you, because in a sense they may be protecting you in one way or another, because they haven't fully got out of this particular shadow side of themselves yet. So even though you both feel it mutually, the feelings are real between the two of you. This is the second time we've seen this card. it's like probably just best for things to stay at a distance, but broke up the deck very soon. Clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. The things will eventually move on forward, maybe even out of the blue when you least expect it, but anyway. Let's look into the Soulmates in Separation, unspoken love messages, and see what your person would like to say to you or what you'd like to say to them. However this potentially resonates, because we do have cross watchers here, guys, so of course you are welcome. So if you're dealing with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, what wants to be said? Oh my gosh. I wish I could have been emotionally available and let you in. Well, we said that earlier, didn't we? Whew. I listened to the wrong people. They were wrong about you. Wow. There's those third parties. Oh, another card came out there. Deliver me from temptation. Wow. Well, we saw that earlier with the Capricorn card with the devil in reverse. Or devil upright or reverse. I can't quite remember what it was. But yeah, this person's had a lot of issues with temptation and lust to do with other particular connections. So they are really needing to work on themselves before coming forward. If you're dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what wants to be said? Give me more time. I'm working on being a better counterpart for you. One more, please. Thank you. I'm scared you will not accept me now. Yeah, because they want to come forward and reconcile, and they may feel like you're not going to accept them, because most likely if they were to come forward and say that they were serious, you may not necessarily take them seriously. So they feel you won't accept them now, especially when they come forward towards you and eventually spill the beans, I'm getting, and have a heart-to-heart conversation. If you're dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sorry, I did not see your value and worth when we were together. You just would not understand what I'm going through. Most days I don't even understand. Okay. So if you're dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio or a Pisces, what wants to be said? We'll straight out. My pride and ego led us astray. Yep. You are perfect in my eyes, don't ever change. And the overriding energy for whoever you're dealing with, whichever sign. I want to fight for this connection, but I just don't know how. I seek strength and courage. Wow. Are you kidding? I seek strength and courage. They want to fight for your connection. They don't want to give up on what you have, but they're needing courage and strength right now to be able to come forward towards you. But most likely their heart was blocked from being open and available to you. So they just kind of, you know, went with these other connections. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the reading. If you did enjoy, please like, share and subscribe. Leave us a comment. I greatly appreciate it. I will reply back to the comments, as you guys know. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys get an alert as to when I post another video for you. Now, I hope that you have a really, really good week, and we'll speak to you again soon. So please take care, and we'll see you later on. Take care. Bye for now.